No exaggeration, this is one of the most important Warzone videos I've ever made. After running the numbers, I was shocked. I thought this may be a minor point in a pro tips and tricks videos, but I had to make a dedicated video for 3 perks that you need to be using. There's some where there's confusion. I think people are using another perk that could be better fitted. There's some where people don't understand what the perk actually does. And then the last one is legitimately bugged, broken. You need to use it. In my opinion, all 3 of these are incredible. And this knowledge is just, it's going to help you get the edge on your opponents. Okay, let's go to the first one. It is quick fix versus tempered. So what I've done here is I've taken a player and I have them jump off a ledge to where they just have a smidge of health left and no plates. And we're going to see how much health you get back between base health and armor plates, and we're going to see which one is more efficient more often, quick fix versus tempered. Spoiler alert, not even close. So both players go down to low health, plate, full health on quick fix, and we're waiting over on tempered. But you might be like, Isaac, because I have tempered and I'm putting in 75 per plate, it's actually better for me most of the time during that animation. It's not even close. Okay, so you'll see I have them completely synced up to where the second that first plate comes in, I start the timer. And yes, in this moment, tempered is better, but it stops right after this. Look, right here at the 0 second mark, we have 1 plate in, still have 1 HP. We're calling it 0 HP for simplicity's purpose. And yes, tempered, 75 HP. It has a 25 health differential, but it stops after that. After we get to roughly about 1 second, and that next plate comes in, you'll see tempered has, yes, full plates down below, but still not health regenerating. So it has roughly 150 health, and this one has 50, 50, another 50, and about another 10. So it has a +1 differential. Well, guess what? Once that next plate comes in, now we have 150 health and about another 110 health, and tempered is still waiting. I ran this all the way through to 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. And as you can see, there is no reason, in my opinion, to be running tempered. It's nice every here and there to pick up a tempered vest, but I'm not worried about whether I am using 2 plates to full heal versus 3 plates to full heal, especially because I play aggressively and I can loot up extra plates. For me, it's when I'm in a low health situation and I'm getting challenged by someone. I can't wait 6 seconds for my health to regenerate all the way. Maybe I'm fighting on the edge of the gas, and the fact that I get that knock or that kill will bring my health up with enough time before that gas takes me out. Quick fix is 100% the way to go. Before we get on to the second one, I want to make an extremely special announcement. This is not a sponsor. I have actually invested and become a co-owner of a new energy brand called Focus Fuel. For the longest time, I've been struggling to find clean energy. All the other energy drinks, including ones sponsors that I have dropped in the past, were full of artificial chemicals and artificial sugars. And as I got older, it started to just wreck my gut. I didn't feel good when I drank them. It would have the reverse effect where instead of feeling focused and energized, I would feel sluggish and my stomach would be upset and I would be foggy. And it's because of the crap that was inside of it. So I got together with some other creators and some other industry leaders, and we formed Focus Fuel. It is a clean, healthy, tri-blend formulation where you have electrolytes for sodium, potassium, magnesium, which we need for our body to function. You have a focus from antioxidants all the way to lion's mane and ashwagandha. And then obviously the energy that we need as well, coming from things like natural caffeine and theanine. And because of this intentional focus complex, you're not going to have those jitters. You're not going to have the harsh crash. You can see all of the ingredients listed out, from the electrolytes to the focus to the energy, and then even down in the other ingredients where they typically hide the nasty chemicals like sucralose and all this other crap. It's clean, man. I could not be more proud. I waited years. I had other brands approaching me and I just couldn't put my name behind it because it made me feel like crap when I had it, and I don't want adults or kids having this stuff. Focus Fuel is different, man. I have seen rave reviews from members of the community, whether it's just been members of the academy or some of like the really cracked out players in the competitive scene. And the nice thing is it's a little gummy. So what you can do is you can just break it up, whether you want 1 gummy, which is 50 milligrams of caffeine, 2 gummies, which is 100 milligrams, or 3, 150. It just works out so well. So if you're interested in trying out one of our 3 amazing flavors, go to the link down in the pinned comment or the description and use code Isaac at checkout for a discount. Comment down below with the flavor you're most excited to try, and we're going to give away a year's supply of Focus Fuel to a random commenter down below. Huge shout out to everyone who's already supported me on this mission, everyone in the academy, in stream, who's already tried it out. I'm very proud of this product. It took me a long time to really find something I was excited to get my name behind, and I'm thrilled to share it with you here today. Oh, and one other small note, this is a startup, right? So as we start to look towards shipping in Europe or shipping in Canada, The shipping prices are going to be a little bit higher, but as we start to grow those economies of scale with UPS and DHL, we'll be able to ship out internationally a lot cheaper. Just understand we're kind of in the startup phase at this point. Okay, getting on to the second perk that you must be using. It is Mountaineer, and let me explain why, because it's not just for the reduced fall damage. As we know, we have reduced fall damage because typically, as you can see here, look down at the bottom of the screen, you'll see the meter go all the way up to 13. At about 13.5 meters in this game, you have lethal fall damage. You'll see you get a little bit of stagger, you go down to 1 HP. If you go all the way up to about 13.5, it will be fatal. Now, when we throw on Mountaineer, we can actually double that distance. I can get all the way up to 26 meters, jump, and still live because it's about 13.5. So double that would be 27. But that's not just, I mean, most people know that by now that Mountaineer doubles your distance that you can fall. But where I really think Mountaineer comes in handy is its ability to counter partial fall damage. Now, if you don't know by now, partial fall damage is whenever you go above 6.5 meters. So you can see here, 6.0, no fall damage. As we go all the way up to 6.5, I'm going to have my editor zoom way in. You will see you take a microscopic amount of damage, and you'll see it regens itself all the way down there in the bottom left. What that means is if you had taken gunfire, if you had, taken any damage and you were trying to run and you try to finesse and you jump off a 6.5 meter cliff, that little bit of damage is going to reset that extremely long health regeneration delay of about 7 seconds that we saw from our tempered example earlier. But when we throw on Mountaineer, it kicks in at double the distance at about 13 meters. And that's when I'll actually start to take damage. And as you can see there, 13 meters when I jumped. And then my health takes a little bit of damage, and that would have slowed my overall progression of health regeneration, which I hate. So I pretty much never run anything other than Mountaineer for that reason, because one, I want to be able to jump off the rooftops, not worry about breaking my legs, but two, I want my health to regenerate faster because this 5-6 second health regeneration takes so long. Another reason why I pair Mountaineer with Quick Fix. So that covers 2 out of our 4 perks. What about the other ones? Okay, I'm going to cover both of those as well, but this one is probably the one that no one is talking about, and it's irradiated, but not for the reason that you think. Check it out, okay? So we know that irradiated allows us to live longer in the gas. So here I am in the same gas, the same zone, and you can see irradiated allows me to live about 4 seconds longer in the gas than default does. And frankly, 4 seconds is a substantial amount of time if we were to try to make a gas mask rotation. That allows us to cover quite a bit of distance, but that's not really the big game changer here. Now, we also know from the clip in the background that irradiated allows us to put in plates while we're in the gas. So if we are getting held, we're still going to be stuck to the same amount of base health in the gas, but it allows us to throw on some plates that maybe if someone's taking pot shots at us, we could live a little bit longer. Now, there was a bug there for a while where irradiated and Quick Fix caused when your plates to put in, Quick Fix to regen your health. That is no longer the case. But irradiated gets crazy for this reason, okay? As we know, whenever we take damage in this game, it interrupts our plating. So as we move across the map, and as you see here, this guy shoots me. So I try to throw in some plates. In the moment I take damage, it stops me from plating. I try to plate up again, I take damage, and it stops me from plating. If we take damage in this game, we're not allowed to plate up. That is, unless we have irradiated equipped. And this, combined with Quick Fix, is going to allow us to finesse like none other. Check out this clip right here. I was trying to do some testing. Unfortunately, I have to do all this testing in live lobby, so I end up running into a nice guy. And I'm like, yo, can you help me out with something?
Yo, what up, Iceman?
And he's like, yo, what's up, Iceman? He recognized my name in props chat.
I'm coming down to you right now. I'm right behind you.
This guy was a nice guy. He stopped in the middle of his solo game to help me out. He will be linked in the description if you want to check him out. Nice guy. Thanks for helping me with the testing here, Ben.
So I think there's a bug with irradiated where if I take damage, I can plate up while I take damage.
So that's the premise. I can plate up while I take damage. Now, I tested this where I threw a Molotov on the ground and I could plate up during the Molotov. I tested it with a gas grenade as well. And obviously, we know it can work in the actual gas itself, but I wanted to see if it worked with enemy bullets.
So like, you know how this normally I can plate up in this because I'm using.
So I'm plating up inside of that gas. So I have him shoot me.
Just keep shooting me. Keep shooting me. Right.
And as you can see, even though I'm continuing to take damage, I'm able to plate.
Keep shooting me.
He continues to shoot me, and there seems to be a cap where either if you get to full health, you will stop plating, or if you plate up 3 times, you're allowed to continue plating as well. But as you can see, I hit that third plate, and I can just
pause,
keep
yeah.
throwing in plates, even though I'm taking damage, which is going to make it to where someone is going to run out of ammo while I'm trying to finesse. I even bring it all the way to see if I can combine it with quick fix, and it works. This is where it gets insane. Watch this.
All right, start shooting. Yeah.
Every single time I throw in a plate, my health regens here.
All right, start shooting. Yeah. Start shooting.
Health regens. Health regens.
Dude, it keeps repopping my health. Okay, you're a beast, bro. I don't know. I'm literally out of plates, money, everything. I don't know how to repay you.
I don't know how to repay him. Well, my way of repaying him is shouting him out in this video. Ben, thank you so much, brother, for helping me out with the testing. But ladies and gentlemen, that is insane. I don't know if that's planned or not. That is not in the description of the perk. But the fact that you can plate up while you're taking damage and combine that with quick fix, this is going to be a finessing dream as you try to work your way across the map and escape. Whether it's popping a smoke at your feet and combining it with that, I mean, you are going to be not unkillable. Obviously, if players are racking up consistent shots, you can't outplate and out heal the damage output, but still, it's going to save your life. So with that in mind, what is the Dream 4 perk package? Well, for me, it is Mountaineer because it helps reduce my fall damage as well as helps prevent that fall, the partial fall damage that stops my health regeneration. The Irradiated, so I can live longer in the gaps, but also plate up while I'm actively taking damage. We have Quick Fix because it is infinitely better than Tempered. And on top of that, it also allows us to pair that with Irradiated to constantly be plating up and regenning our health. And then finally, I go ahead and throw in either Flex or High Alert. Me personally, I prefer Flex. And let me tell you why. Obviously, it gives me a better ability to hear enemies around me, but probably the better part of Flex is it delays explosives. So if you run into a room with a proximity mine or a cluster mine, normally things that would be instant death traps, you'll hear it pop, like you'll hear the sound of it triggering, but then you have about 2-3 seconds to turn around and get the heck out of dodge before you give an enemy a free kill. A lot of people like to rock High Alert, but I've noticed more and more players are running Cold-Blooded. And when someone's running Cold-Blooded and they look at you, it doesn't proctor the High Alert. So for me, I would rather be aware, especially since I'm an aggressive player, of things I am chasing down, not just players that are looking at me with High Alert. And the real kicker is that delayed explosive. So this, for all of the numbers and stats that I ran, is my Dream 4 perk package. If you appreciate the fact that I went through all these numbers and didn't just whip up a use this gun loadout video screenshot, I spent like 4 or 5 hours testing all of this, and this is the way to go, okay? If you like this video, do me a favor, drop a like on this video. If you're interested in Focus Fuel, try it for yourself, okay? It is my dream product. I'm really thrilled with how it turned out. You guys should definitely try it out. That'll be linked in the pinned comment and the description. And if you're seeing this, I will be streaming on Saturday. So if you want to catch me live over on Twitch, share your thanks, hang out a little bit, come join me over there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something new. If you did, make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace.